YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Coach Jay coming at you with another video. If you have not, please like and subscribe. Comment, let me know what you think about this video. All the comments, I'm gonna try to answer as fast as possible. And if you need some more content out there, let me know. This is a part 2 to starting your own stringing business. And I think this is gonna definitely help. Once you start your business, I want you to decide that this is a business that I wanna start. Where do we go from here? All right, so first things first is we gotta get clientele. Gotta build clientele. So how do we do that? I think the 2, maybe even 3 most effective ways to start building clientele is to shoot for Facebook Marketplace, putting ads on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, and also going to your local parks where they have tennis courts and things like that, and start trying to put information out there. Hey, you know, I can provide a stringing service. These are my prices. This is a 24-hour turnaround, or whatever your turnaround time looks like. If you have strings available, these are the strings I have available currently. You know, these are the, if you have your own string, it might be one price. If you don't have your own string and I'm providing a string, it may be labor plus the cost of the string. However you need to do that, definitely put that out there, make it clear and concise, and put it, like I said, on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. If you feel comfortable posting flyers, post a flyer. I think one of the coolest things is a QR code. Getting ready to do another QR code and put it out there amongst a bunch of tennis courts and things like that. People get really curious, especially if you just put scan this QR code, and then they look up and they're like, oh, this is cool, this is neat. Everybody's got a smartphone nowadays, so having a QR code is cool too, especially if you know an area that's surrounded by a lot of juniors. That's dope. High schools, going to just play at a high school and seeing people, hey, look, did you guys know that, you know, I string, or I provide a stringing service? That I get in contact with some of these high schools. I know plenty of high schools that actually don't have a personal stringer. Getting ready to try to work a couple of contracts out with some people where I can provide a 24-hour turnaround or a 24 to 48-hour turnaround. Even some of the high schools that don't have a lot of money, but they have a bunch of rackets that are in their inventory and they all need to be restrung. Why don't you charge them a flat rate? Hey, look, I can come in, I will string and bring you back all of these rackets. Write you a formal receipt, and that way you can take it into your school, and that can be a part of your budget. And twice a year, maybe in the spring, and then, or in the fall and then in the spring, I can come in, redo all of these rackets within a 24-hour span. Oh. Those are some of the things that you gotta look for. You gotta push yourself. You gotta push some of your work out there. Don't be afraid to go for a racquetball as well. In my area, there's not a lot of people who can really string a racquetball frame and do it well. I think I know maybe 2 or 3 stringers that honestly within 40 miles of here can even touch racquetball. And there's plenty of racquetball places to play around here. So, just a heads up, but you gotta put yourself out there. Now, let's say you do all of that: Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, local tennis courts, high schools. You start building a clientele. Let's say you're bringing in like roughly 20, 25 rackets in a week. Now what do? Well, you obviously string them, but how do you keep that clientele wanting you and your service? So, what you have to remember is this: quality work breeds quality customers. You don't provide quality work, you won't have quality customers that continue to come back to you. I have customers who literally travel from, you know, maybe a 45-minute drive past 2 or 3 stringers to come directly to me to teach or to get their racket strung. Usually they bring 6, 7, 8 rackets at a time to make it worth a while. I knock it out in a couple of hours. You guys gotta understand, man, when you're working and you're trying to build clientele, man, give them quality work. Regrips. Don't charge to regrip a racket. I mean, charge it if they're buying a grip and you charge them for the grip, but don't charge them $10 to regrip a racket. Really? Really? Install an overgrip? Really? Install a replacement grip? Really? Really? Now I can see if the racket's got all that sticky stuff, now you gotta clean it too. Now that's a fee you can charge for. But just to put a grip on it, really? Don't stop doing that. Charge them for the grip, but not to replace the grip. And some people don't even charge for the grip. I'm gonna re-grip the racket in 15 seconds. Pull the plastic off, pull it off, boom, boom, come down and be done with it. So, just give your customers quality. Poly bag. I like to put my racket in the poly bag, rubber band it up, boom. If they want to, they can use the rubber band as a dampener. Bam. But just also making sure that the customer gets exactly what they asked for, and always make recommendations if you feel something may or may not work. Don't be afraid to say, hey, if we can try something, if it doesn't work, let's just go ahead and restring it. I'm not gonna charge you again if we're just both trying to experiment to see what works for you. One, that gives the customer the appeal that, hey, this guy ain't just trying to take my money. It's not just about money with him. It's more about making sure that I get the best from me. And if you can give a customer that feel, they're gonna come back. They are definitely gonna come back, okay? Last thing, if you're letting customers into your space, your stringing space, whether it be in your garage, like mine is in my garage, or whether it's in your house and they're coming in, sitting down while you're stringing a record, or whatever the case may be, make sure your stringing space is clean and neat. What you don't want people doing is tripping over a bunch of string trying to wait for a racket. That just doesn't look good. Okay, a quality, clean shop is always important. I just built, you can see right here, I just built a rack to hold all of my customer rackets. I actually built it by myself, painted it, did the whole nine. I'm gonna put some details and stuff on it, but I wanted to be able to grab a racket from there, not have it sitting on a table or sitting, you know, on wherever on the ground before I string it or against my wall. No. So I built that rack so that I can make sure that my customers know, you can come in here and look and see where I'm gonna put your racket. It's gonna be taken care of. I got these foam cylinders on the side of it, or foam rolls on the side of it, so that it doesn't scratch up the frame. You don't have to worry about it scratching anything. And you can feel secure. If a customer feels secure about the environment that you're taking their baby into, you're gonna continue to retain that customer, all right? So, shoot for those tips, try that out, let me know what you guys think. I promise you, that little thing right there will work. Lastly, make sure that you have a strong database to kind of remember your customers. It's cool to just have, oh, I kind of remember his face, but it's always good to tag everything that you do, and it's always good to have a computerized database where you write down the customer first and last name, contact information, and then racket, string tension, and string. Those are the most important things that I feel like if you don't have those things available, that when somebody comes back, they're like, crap, I forgot what we did again. Second, when you're doing that, I have a Dymo laser tagger that I like to just simply go in, put in the name of the string, the date that it was strung at. I like to do that because, you know, some people are like, I don't remember when it's strung. If it was strung 6 months ago, it's probably time to get it strung again. But I go in, I pull off a laser tag, let me see if I can print. I'll put off 4 letters, here we go. Press print, comes out. See, it prints off here, boom. Bam, whatever my letters are, bam there. And these are so easy, they're actually a pill and stick. So you press the 2 pieces together, boom, peel out the top part, peel out the bottom part, and then you put it on the inside of the frame, the throat of the frame, and the inside, not the outside. And that way, when they're looking for it again, they go, what did I string it at? Or for whatever reason, you forgot to put it in a database. It's on the tag. Just tell them to keep it on the tag so that they know, hey, look, this is where it's at. And now they know. If they go anywhere else, they're gonna remember, oh really? That's who strung my record last. I like to put like information. So there's people who have custom tags that have their information, like when I was working at my retail store, they had their own custom tags that had where they got, where the customer would have gotten the racket strung at, what tension, what date, and the string. Use abbreviations, don't spell it all out. That's ridiculous. And then I would always like to put a number to reach me at. So call this number back. If you need something, call this number back. So, if you can manage to use the Dymo laser tag, put all that information in a little tag, you can go up to, I think, 2 or 3 lines, as long as you abbreviate stuff, hey, knock it out. All right. That's exactly what I would tell you. Partner with some of these private lesson coaches around your area and start figuring out, hey, if they do or don't string, or do they have somebody that they take their players' rackets to, or hey, do you know if anybody may need their racket strung? Sometimes they want to test. Well, I don't know if you can string well. Offer that. Hey, look, I would love to just string your racket. Just give me a chance. Let me string your racket. If you like it, cool, refer me. If you don't like it, no harm, no foul. And then you do your best job. Straighten the strings, make sure it's clean, make sure when you give it back to them, it looks like a brand new record. All right? I will see you guys later. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Stringers, gurus, beginners, let me know what you think about this information. Let me know if you have anything else that you want to add to it. And if I need to cover it in another video, by all means I will. Just trying to help you get your business started, help you to gain clientele, help you to keep clientele. See y'all later.